This film has been on my list for too long, and because of the poor reviews after its release, I've been considering whether to see it at all. But oh boy, how glad I am that I gave it a chance, because it was an authentic story depicting the raw brutality of the Viking world, and also it's the fact that there are not so many films of this quality that have such a strong Nordic atmosphere in it. So if you like Nordic culture and Viking history, you will really enjoy this one, because today we are talking about quite special movie, The Northman. After watching a trailer, I was convinced that it would be a simple revenge story, which was true to a certain extent, but during the film you find out that there is much more to it and the story gets surprisingly complicated. As the plot unfolded and the line between good and evil became very blurred, even twisted into the surprising shape. Thanks to this, the film had a charge even in its second half, when an ordinary film with a straightforward plot could start to run out of breath. So it was a story that wasn't built just on a first-class brutality and mutilation of human bodies in the most twisted ways, but raised moral questions about who is actually a good guy of the story. Just like Oppenheimer, Logan Wolverine or The Joker, this film is also an R-rated. Like those films, Northman avoided maximizing mainstream success and focused on believability and atmosphere of its story. Thanks to this film took a path of authentic brutality of the time, which is portrayed without embellishments, and this gives it a certain added value, but probably a lesser resonance among a more mainstream audience. It could be easy to make a romanticized, more friendly film about the Vikings for the masses, so it is valuable that the filmmakers went in different direction and we got a raw glimpse into the unforgiving world of the Vikings. It's safe to say that brutality and its authenticity are the elements that describe this work in the best way. From the beginning to the very end, strong emotions are mixed with the violence, cruelty and killing. I was worried at the beginning if the film wouldn't bore me with its simply presented story, but thanks to the real depiction of the brutality of that age, I was like on the needles most of the time. That's why the slower pace in the middle of the film was a nice break from the mutilation, burning and cutting of bodies in all sorts of ways. Apart from the graphic depiction, the story also had a strong touch of mysticism and atmosphere of the Asian gods whose these tribes worshipped and their lives were closely connected to them. People who know the history of these northern regions of the Europe also speaks about the admirable accuracy of depiction of fighting, dress, culture, traditions and life in general. Thanks to this, the atmosphere of Iceland and Scandinavia in the 9th century has been faithfully materialized, and we could be transported into it through the awesome shots of nature and the less awesome habits of its inhabitants. The main character Amleth, played by Alexander Skarsgård, is a likable hero who tries to survive in spite of his faith and take his revenge so that justice can be done. Alexander plays his character brilliantly, but you could say that in every scene where Anya Taylor-Joy is, she complements him and maybe even overshadows him, because Anya fits into this film perfectly as she is absolutely natural and believable in this Nordic environment. When you add to that her great acting performances, it is really joy to watch her playing this character. To wrap it up, this is a quality work from the Viking world, mainly due to its authenticity. Add to that a solid story, which takes a surprising turn during the film, and we can talk about exceptional movie. Just watch out for violent scenes full of blood and human suffering, as there are plenty of them throughout the story. But if you are a fan of historical action dramas, you will have a great time. So, what do you think guys about this piece of art? Did it hit a sweet spot for you, or it was too much and you prefer different types of movies? Let me know in the comments. Also, thank you for watching this video until this moment, and if you want to support this channel, you can subscribe or check out my other videos. But anyway, thank you for your time and have a great day.